Following sports is really stupid. I said it. I say it as an Arsenal fan, and perhaps it is because I am an Arsenal fan I say this, but following sports is inherently kind of stupid. This illustrious conclusion came to me after a simple question posed by my mom in one of our conversations where she asked me, एक टीम इंग्लैंड में जीत रहा है या हार रहा है, तेरे लाइफ में क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है? And I thought about it. There's no real straightforward answer to this, and that made me think about what it means to follow sports and what it means to follow a team, and I came to a couple of conclusions. First of all, you have no control over anything as a sports fan. You have one choice that you get to make once in your life, and that is picking a team to follow. And if you make that choice again at any point in your life, you are disloyal and you are plastic. And you're not a real fan. You can't control your team's progress, you cannot control the season's outcomes, and you cannot control, essentially, whether this hobby of yours makes you happy or miserable. And because your team has no guarantee of winning anything or being the best in their domestic or international standings, you're essentially more or less watching a show without any guarantee of a payoff. And the reality of the situation is most teams do not dominate, they don't win. There is only one winner and everyone else loses, and your team is quite unlikely to be the one winner. If you're a glory hunter like a Man City fan or a Barcelona fan or a Real Madrid fan, then obviously you might see your team win a little bit more than you can expect, but again, that doesn't last forever. There are a couple of reasons to follow sports. And the reason that I follow sports is precisely this. It's the story. It's the absolute cinema of watching my team challenge for the 4th league title in a row and possibly win it. And deep down in my heart, there is a little voice that tells me, and it scares me, keeps me up at night. There's a little voice telling me that Arsenal might not win the league again. Any non-football fans that have just come to this video, let me explain to you why Arsenal fans are almost desperate, foaming at the mouth for a trophy at this point. Arsenal have finished second in the league for 3 years in a row. 2 different teams have won the league in the past 3 years, and we have finished second consistently. And each season, the pattern remains the same. We dominate the early season, every fan gets very high hopes, and then everything comes crashing down by the end when one of these teams eventually goes on to overtake us and win the league. This season, there's heavy investment from the board, from the ownership. We have the best squad in years. We are top of the table, 6 points clear, and it feels amazing right now to be an Arsenal fan. I am holding on to this moment in my entire career as a fan and enjoying what my team is bringing me right now. And maybe that uncertainty, that excitement, is what it really means to be a sports fan. That uncertainty is part and parcel. It's not a bug, it's a feature. And I, being a sports fan, must accept that my happiness is tied to people who don't know me, an institution that I've barely interacted with. I anchor an entire year of emotion to this one thing. And even if they win, this is the best part, even if they win, nothing in my life changes. I go back to office the next day. I probably have a podcast on, listening to other Arsenal fans celebrate a win, probably just watching people in London go through a parade. I'm fine with that. You know what? It'll still be worth it. Let me digress for a moment and talk about the state of the online discourse. It is hilarious, it is stupid, and it is 100% not to be taken seriously. And if you don't take it seriously, it's really funny. This is the official Borussia Dortmund account, by the way.
Subway, Mick Frappé, Skibidi Mbappé.
Subway, Mick Frappé, Skibidi Mbappé.
Sometime in the life.
So, why do we do this? Why do we do this to ourselves? I think any excuse that gives us an opportunity to come together and connect as a people, as a human race, I think it has value. So maybe sports is stupid, but it at least gives me opportunities to connect with people around me. And that's beautiful. It gives you a sense of belonging with complete strangers that you have no idea about. you have one eternal topic to talk about. You may be nothing like each other. You may have completely different jobs, completely different values, completely different motivations to go through life every day, but you have one topic that you might always agree on, and that is sports. Your team might never win. Your team might just maybe win, but you can at least take solace in the fact that other people have chosen to suffer eternally with you. If you are a sports fan that tends to feel depressed because your team doesn't win anything, Arsenal fans, hi Atharva, hi Krishnan, just take heed in the fact that there are a lot of small things, small wins that your team keeps having that you must celebrate as well. Just because, we are probably going to win the league, but just because we might not at the end of the season doesn't mean you can't celebrate a win right now. It's a mix of pain, hope, disappointment, joy. In that way, it's kind of a microcosm for life. If your team wins, you feel amazing for a couple of days, then you go back to work. If your team loses, you feel awful for a couple of days, and then you go back to work. Life goes on, but sports also goes on. And you always have this thing to fall back upon when life gets a little too tough. That's my piece. Yeah.